Folks, this is our very first impromptu chat. Today's Tuesday. It is February the 5th, 2012. We're going to do this a little more often in the future. Tonight's the first one. I just tweeted out the invitation, and a couple people actually have shown up. So I didn't know if anybody would show up or not. This wasn't planned. Again, just an impromptu. I had a thought. I'm sitting here, I'm doing some work, I've got my charts up, I'm going to be doing some tweeting tonight, I'm getting ready for the live trading room tomorrow morning. There might be some folks looking at the website or perusing our Twitter feed, and you might have some questions. So, you know what, let me give you the next 20 minutes of my time to answer any questions that you might have. Now, there's two options. If you I don't have a presentation to deliver per se. I just wanted to make myself available to answer any questions that you might have about CFRN or Emini futures or trading in general. So you can type your questions into the chat box, or if you're wearing a headset or if you've dialed in by telephone, then I'll be happy to unmute you and we can just carry on a conversation. The two names I'm looking at here at the moment, I don't think you guys are CFRN partners. Am I correct in that? Maybe you've taken our free trial in the past, or maybe you just follow our Twitter feed. Give me some information, who you are and where you are on your trading journey, and hopefully I can share something with you that that might be of some help. And if I can't, maybe you can share something that will be of benefit to me. So my interface is a little bit different than yours, but there should be a little box somewhere on your control panel that allows you to, oh, there's a question. Okay. Okay. Are you a partner, Jason? Please forgive me because there's so many names that sometimes, I know we have quite a few Jasons, but I'm just not sure by, and that's okay. You don't need to be a partner. This is open to the public. Jason, are you a CFRN partner? Hey, it must be a little bit of a time delay when you type or something. So anyway, your comment is, I'm short from 1510. Where do you think the ES is headed in February? Okay. We had a weekly trading zone up here. If you can, you should be able to see my charts. Oh, you can't see my charts. Hang on. That would make this all a little more interesting if you could see my charts. Here we go. Okay. We have a weekly trading zone at 1511, 1512. Now, we had a tweet that went out last night that said consider getting long 1494.75. We ran up to this weekly zone at 0405. We consolidated or coiled for 3 hours, and then we completed the journey right up to 1511. You'll see we hit that to the tick. I don't think, Jason, that this journey is over. I think there is still, as we get into the month of February, I think there's still some room on the upside. So maybe you could share with me what in particular prompted you to take the position short at 1510, and give me an idea what your goals are, because this may be a really big picture trade, and if you have to draw down 3, 5, 10 points to accomplish your goal, that might not be a problem. That may be, in fact, part of your game plan. So if you'll type that in, I'll try to give you some guidance to the best of my ability, or at least let you know what I'm thinking. Hey, Dale. I see you just popped in. Dale, this is impromptu. I'm just here to, answer any questions people have about CFRN or about Emini futures. There's no script. We just had a question from someone who popped in that wanted to know where I thought the S&P was headed in February. They're short from 1510, and I'm waiting on him to get back with me and let me know a little background on that trade. Okay, Charles, how are you? Good evening. Glad you joined us. Do you have a service only to trade the Emini ES? Your trade last night was excellent. I was in it also and didn't know you. Well, that's good. I'm glad. Now, did you get into it based on the tweet that we put out, or did you just happen to be in it? Also, guys, anybody that wants me to open up your headset or microphone, if you want me to unmute you so that you can talk instead of type, I'll be happy to do that. You just have to let me know that you want me to unmute you. Okay, all right, Jason's back. He says, I'm new to trading, futures trading. I am a swing trader, and I want to try out the ES. My goal is to cover 5 to 7. Okay, so you're looking to take 5 to 7 points out of the trade. What kind of a stop loss are you using to accomplish that? Because you say you got short at 1510. Okay, your stop is 1511. Wow, you put this thing on with a 1. Now, have you have you trailed your stop down, or did you initiate the trade? Okay, was it? All right, this is great. You got short at 1510. Your initial stop was 1514, so you had 4 points of risk on the trade. You've now brought your stop down to 1511, so you've only got 1 point of risk on the trade. And unfortunately, we're pulling up here. We're at 1508. So here's my situation. See this zone, 1511, 1512? Okay, we had this trade from last night. It took us right up to this zone to the tick. We pulled back. What concerns me is we didn't make it all the way back to the zone. We rallied here, sideways action, and now we're rallying again. I would like to have seen this come all the way down to 05. This tells me there's a kind of a bullish tempo to the market tonight. The Asian session is either underway already or about to get underway. If I were in that same trade, I would probably, and I'm not telling you to change your stop, I'm just telling you what I would do if I were in that trade. Number one, I probably wouldn't have gotten in at 1510, and I would like to hear what triggered you in at 1510, because that was really good. I mean, you only had a point of drawdown in this thing. My stop would need to be at least 1 point the other side of the zone, up at 1513. Now, when we came down from 1510, we got as low as 1505.5. So you had 4.5 points in this trade already, which, by the way, is a very nice trade. I want to congratulate you on that. So even if you do, take a stop on this trade, obviously you know what you're doing. Now, you say you're new to futures trading. You've traded equities in the past? Okay. I just wrote a blog post the last couple of days, the benefits of trading Emini futures. If you go to our blog at CFRN.net, you can read all the different reasons, from the tax consequences to commissions to FIFO, no market makers, 100% electronic market, No pattern day trading rules. You don't have to maintain that $25,000 account balance. Because I think this thing is going to rally right here, I don't know your risk profile. I've just met you here tonight. I would bring my stop to break even plus a tick. If you get stopped out, that one tick will pay your commission on the trade, and then you'll have an opportunity to re-enter to the short side at possibly a little better price, maybe 511, 512, 513. So do you follow that concept? You just drag your stop down to break even plus one tick. This way you have no risk whatsoever on the trade. Because here's the thing, if it goes back, you've moved your stop to 15, 11, gosh, if it's going to go to 11, there's every good chance it's going to go to 12. These zones are really good indications of where we'll find support and resistance. You can see that from earlier in the week. Let me see if I can scroll this over. Yeah, here was the Monday open, or this is the whole Globex session. We traded down to this zone at 91.92. That's where we bottomed for the week. And then we coiled here for 3 hours. But instead of retreating, we continued the advance. Now, if you don't mind my asking, was there a particular technical thing that got you into the trade short? Was it a fundamental thing? Because if I understand your reason for being in the trade, then I might be able to look at it a little differently. Okay, guys, just to recap what happened, Jason got short at 15.11. His initial stop was 15.14. I'm sorry, he got short at 15.10. His initial stop was 15.14. The trade went in his favor. He's now moved his stop down to 15.11. So he only has 1 point of risk on the trade. At one point, the market made 4.5 points available. Okay. My suggestion, for what it's worth, I'd put my stop at 1509.75. If you get stopped out, you had a free look at the market. That one tick will cover your commissions. Hopefully, you're not paying any more than $5, $6, $7 round turn for a futures trade per contract. So if it comes up, make sure you get stopped out. Then what I would do, okay, as these candles work their way back up to this zone, look for this thing to flatten out in the zone, and then I would do something really simple, like come over here, just put a little trend line in here. And then as we broke that trend line coming down, I would look to re-enter the trade. Because remember, with your stop at 1509.75, you got no risk. And you can go to dinner, walk the dog, come back, see what happened. How does that sound to you, Jason? What are your thoughts on that? And again, any background, let me scroll down. Looks like you typed in some more stuff. Seems to me the market's at the high. Well, I tend to agree with you. I don't know if you've ever listened to our daily radio program, but we have a number of folks who forecast the market. And one number that we've been looking for the market to hit, kind of a minimum before the sell-off begins, is 15.15. Now, we may see numbers higher, 15.30, 15.40. I mean, we could go up and tag the all-time highs. I like the risk reward you had on the trade. You put together a nice trade, and I just wish we'd have gotten to this chat when this thing pulled into this right up next to this zone here. because our weekly trading zones are considered areas. It's not an exact spot in the road. I would have been encouraging you to get out right here with your 4.5 points and then wait for another opportunity to get back in. But since we weren't able to do that, best thing I can say. Now, anybody else that's in here who has trading experience, let's see, there's Charles, there's Dale. I'm really amazed. I just put that out on the Twitter. Hey, does anybody want to chat? And you guys popped in. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to do that more in the future. Any of you guys got anything you want to say to Jason? Any thoughts that you got? Because I don't know where you're at on your trading journey. I don't know how much experience you have. Charles says, we monitor ST 24/7 here. Did that help you at all, Jason? Oh, stock twits. Okay. Yeah, when I tweet and I put that $sign in front of the ES, I guess that goes out over the stock twits network. I get a lot of messages, and I'm the world's worst for keeping that open dialogue and communication going back and forth. Shame on me. I need to get better, because I do get a lot of positive comments from the folks over at Stock Twits. I did help you, Jason. Okay, well, I'm sure glad. Anybody else have any questions? Charles, since you're hanging out there on Stock Twits 24/7, as you put it, what are your thoughts on this trade that Jason's in right now? Any of you guys, Dale, anybody want to throw something in? Okay, all right. Let me ask you this. What would you do if you were in this trade right now? Do you guys know each other? Did you guys come in here as a group? Oh, Jason, Dale has a question for you. How many contracts are you trading? Let's just get personal and get all up in your business. Is it you're trading 2? Okay, so you could scale out of this thing. Yeah, Charles had shared in trading, taking profits is key. For us, it really is. The book, Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, that's a book I recommend to everyone. It has no indicators, no oscillators, no charts, no graphs, no trading strategy, but it has some great, great wisdom in it. And he's really keen on, taking advantage of whatever the market makes available. But I don't want to get into a hindsight thing because of the fact that the trade already came down to 05.5. Let's go look at a smaller time frame. We have the benefit of that. Let me find a chart I can use. Okay, let's go down to my little 10,000 contract chart, which is probably my favorite chart for trading the S&P. CFRN, let's see. Put on my BBC. Put on my MA1. Okay. Ooh, this looks really good. Okay. This is a bullish cross. This is one of the key things we trade with. So this is a bullish cross in our live trading room and on a radio show and the course that we teach. The bullish cross, okay, what we look for after the bullish cross is a pull away. So there's got to be some air. We got it. And then we buy this pullback right here to the BBC. So that would have got us long at roughly 16. Oh, wait a minute. I'm on the gold chart. Gosh. Nobody pointed that out. Let me switch this. Let's go to the right chart. All right, let's try that again. Area. Okay, well, this is a little different. All right. Everything I just said, we had a bullish cross here. We didn't get the pullback until way up here. That pullback came at 1509, and it bounced to 1510. So you got a lower high there. Now these are volume. This is a 10,000 contract chart. Each candle represents 10,000 contracts trading hands. So we put in a lower high. We got a bearish cross, which is a key thing in our work. Okay, these are two proprietary indicators here, the CFMA1 and the BBC. Now on this pullback right here, this is for us, we would be selling this basically on a limit. Okay. Now on this chart, I will say that we typically in the live trading room in the mornings from 9:30 to 11:30 Eastern, we never risk more than 2 points on this time frame when we trade this setup. So here, let's do this. Draw a little trend line right across these bottoms across here. Okay. Now that stop I recommended was up here at 1509.75. Still got quite a bit of room there. Yeah, I really like that. The more I think about it, the more I like it. And the market may get very quiet right here. I mean, it may be a while before this thing plays out. But at 1509.75, you have a free look at the market. You got 2 contracts on. Now, I would certainly be considering when, let's say you don't get stopped out, comes back down. When we get to this area right here, the low, this swing low right here at 1505.50, I would definitely shave one of those contracts off. Just personally, that's what I would do. And see what good resistance this was here. These are hourly candles. 1, 2, 3 hours. Chances of this being good support, if we get back to it, and if I would probably sell one at this swing low or a tick before it, and then as price gets to the zone, I'd probably drag my stop down to 1506. So you're locking in another 4 points on that second contract, and you're giving it the chance to fall out of bed, fall apart. And if it takes out 1503, there is a very good chance that we could see 94.75 again. The reason I say that is important areas are almost always tested. And I know this is an important area because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It took 8 hours before the market could break that. That creates magnetism. The market could easily be drawn back to that. So, all right, let me scroll up through here and see if there's any other questions. Okay, you answered the question about how many contracts. Let's see what else we got. Charles says the futures market can accelerate very quickly. It can, and at night on the Globex session, it can travel a great distance on very little volume. Okay. For instance, each one of, let me go back to that other chart. Nope, this one. Each one of these candles is 10,000 contracts. This little bitty candle here is 10,000 contracts. That's during, you know, the heart of the day session. But look over here how far and how easily price was able to move on light volume. We see that a lot on Globex. So that's definitely a good observation, Charles. Oh, we got somebody else popped in, Jerry. Any thoughts on yesterday's dive and today's rally? Absolutely, Jerry. I'll tell you what my thoughts are on that. Dale says, I found this a tough market to be short in and have given back profits trying to get more. Yeah. Jason says, I like your idea on that. I think I'll put it to work. Okay. Charles asks, may I know more about your service, the fees, how it works? We are not interested in gold or soybeans, only the YM, the NQ, and the ES. Well, Charles, we trade a number of markets in the morning in the live trading room. It's for 2 hours from 9:30 to 11:30. We're not a trade calling service. We do call trades live in real time, and we trade real money, and we show you the DOM and do all of that stuff, and no funny business. But once people take our 1-week free trial, then they sign up to become a CFRN partner. That's a 90-day course where we teach 2 hours a day plus 2 hours every Thursday night. Once you become a partner, you have access to the members area of our website, and there's like 200 plus, almost 300 hours now, I think, of training videos. They're actually video recordings of the community workshop we do at the partners on Thursday night. So the setup that we use in the live trading room, we use a 4-tick range chart, okay? Don't confuse that with a 4-tick chart. Some people do who are new to trading, but you sound like you kind of have a good idea of what you're doing, so you probably know what a range chart is. We use the range chart to trade the S&P, the Dow, the Russell, gold, livestock, orange juice. You use the same time frame, the same indicators, and the same setup, the same methodology to trade each of those markets. And we watch them, and as the trade sets up, because we have a ton of partners, so we're able to watch all of these different markets, and the partners all know our criteria for the trade. And so one of the partners will go, hey, beans, or another one will go, hey, crude, gold, all right? And then so we pop that up on the big screen so that everybody can see it, drag the DOM out, we put on the trade, and we never risk more than 2 points or 8 ticks, or the equivalent of 2 points in the ES per contract on any trade, okay? If you want to learn more about us, go to the site, CFRN.net. Just take the free trial. There's no credit. You don't have to put up a credit card or anything. You can just come hang out with us. It's a 5-day deal. So you can come watch as many hours a day as, well, there's only 2 hours in the morning, but if you can't be there the whole 2 hours, you can come, hang out, get an idea of what we're doing. And then if you like what we have to offer, then we can talk about price and about becoming a partner and what all that entails. But first, come see what we do, how we do it, and see if it's something you're even interested in. I didn't launch this chat tonight to do a sales presentation, but thanks for asking. That's very nice of you. This platform is called DT Pro. The broker that we work with is Daniels Trading. All of our proprietary indicators are coded specifically for the DT Pro platform. They won't work on Ninja. They won't work on TradeStation. If you don't want to switch your brokerage account to Daniels, which I understand some people don't because they have long relationships. See, we have 2 brokers, Bert and Leslie, that work with our partners closely, hand in hand, almost exclusively with our partners. I mean, they have hedge funds and other clients that they deal with, but they really roll out the red carpet for all the CFRN partners. When you call in, you actually talk to them, not somebody in a phone room. And they're not just brokers, but they're also traders, and they use our methodology, our system, our indicators. So when you have a question, they're really in a great position to help you. All that said, you're not interested in changing, you want to keep your brokerage account wherever it is and use that platform, that's fine. But in order to use our indicators, you will need DT Pro, and we have worked out a deal where you can lease it for $50 a month. Now, one of the good things about becoming a client at Daniels is if you become a client, you don't pay any data fees, you don't pay any platform fees, nothing. When I was with TradeStation, I used to pay like $350 a month just in platform and data fees. That's one of the things that's really unique about Daniels Trading. Aside from the fact that Bert and Leslie are just great, down-to-earth people, Bert comes and hangs out in the live trading room with us. He helps the new guys spot trades. He helps them put their trades on. fact, he'll be hanging out with us tomorrow morning because Michael, my business partner, his mother-in-law passed away. The funeral's tomorrow. So he's our head trader, but I'll be there in the morning stumbling around, putting on a few trades, and then he'll be back Thursday morning to pick up business as normal. If you go to our website, CFRN.net, look on the right-hand side, and you'll see daily results. We've got a video recap of our live trading room results going back a couple years. Our goal is 2 points a day. Now, once we get our 2 points, we continue teaching and trading, but that's our big thing, is 2 points a day. What we teach people is if you learn to get 2 points a day consistently with one contract, it's only $100, but if you make $1,000 worth of profit in the market, you then go to 2 contracts. Make another $1,000 in profit, okay? You go to 3 contracts. It only takes 5 days to add that next contract. Make another $1,000, go to 3. By the time you work your way up to 10 contracts, not off your savings, but off money you earned in the market, by the time you hit 10 contracts, 2 points a day, that's a very nice living. According to our president, 2 points a day on 10 contracts makes you one of the wealthiest Americans. So not everybody succeeds in trading. Past performance is no guarantee of future results and all of that. This is why we do a free trial for 5 days. We want you to see us trade. We want you to use our platform. We want you to use our indicators with no obligation so you can make a decision if what we've got is right for you. We've been doing this a long time. CFRN has been broadcasting 24/7. It's the Christian Financial Radio Network. We've been on the air for 7 years. God willing, we'll be here another 7. But we only want people to become partners who recognize that this is what's right for them. Okay? We, along with the intraday trading, we do big picture trades, swing trades. I put tweets out from time to time, just, you know, just because I can, I guess. Just like I launched this impromptu chat tonight, I just thought I'd see who popped in. Lo and behold, here you guys are. Charles says that you use Infinity. I'm familiar with them, Charles. I haven't ever used them. But again, if you have a good relationship with them, you don't have to change. You can stay with them. But in order to use our proprietary indicator set, you would need to at least lease the DT Pro platform, $50. It's very easy to operate, state of the art. Got a lot of great, you know, bells and whistles if you need them. You can trade from the DOM. In fact, the DOM is, well, it's like a standard. I'll pop it up. You know, you got your volume here, and you can do, you know, you can set up your bracket orders, and that's what we teach all of our traders to trade with a bracket, so that every trade they put on, they're never risking more than 2 points. We also teach very aggressive risk management because for new traders, capital preservation is the #1 thing. You got to stay in the business long enough to learn the business. And unfortunately, everybody that comes along, they just, you know, oh wait, I can trade 10 contracts and just get 2 points a day and make that big check with the commas. I'm just going to do that. Well, no, please don't. Go in the simulator, learn our method, get consistently profitable for at least a month. A month's not a very long period of time. Get consistently profitable for a month, go live with 1 contract, and then build your Emini business on profits, not on the money Aunt Ethel loaned you or the money you've, you know, spent years saving up. It's not necessary. You should open your account with at least 3 to 5 grand so you don't have a lot of pressure on you, but you'll never put it all at risk, not if you follow our program the way we lay it out. Because #1, you won't even go live until you have 30 days of profitable consistency under your belt. And then it's 1 contract at a time. Building, building. You're absolutely right, Charles. Most traders do not understand that money management side of the equation. They just want the latest, hottest, flashiest indicator, and that's just, well, you know because you said it. No one wants to take the time to roll up their sleeves and do the hard work. Everybody just wants to make money. Well, if it were that easy, good Lord, everybody would be doing it. It's only those who are willing to actually do the work that are still around to talk about it even a year later. Okay, guys, I said I would come on for 30 minutes, and it's been about 45. I don't want to bore you guys. I want you to like me in the morning. So unless you have a specific question, I don't want to tie you up. I don't really have anywhere else to go. Jason, I really appreciate you coming in and giving us that real live trade example to look at, trade that you're in, you're willing to share with us, and we'll all be watching the chart. Remember this, just for the benefit of those who are following along, we're not in the trade ourselves, but if we were, we'd have our stop right there at 1509.75. He got in at 10. Okay, we would look to get out of half the position at 505. I'd probably go 505.75. That one little tick. Yeah, I'd probably go 505.70. That'd be my initial target. 505.75. 505.75. Yeah. Be my initial target, and then as price gets into this zone, man, I'd be dragging my stop behind that thing so tight. And then if it pops out the other side, I like to give it about, in fact, I'll probably tweet this out. If it comes down through that zone, you'll probably see me send out a tweet that says consider being short below 1502 with an initial target 94.75, and I'll probably round that up to 14.95 with a secondary target down at the zone 91.92. So guys, if no one else has any other question, thanks for coming and hanging out. What a crazy thing, the internet. I just put it out there, and they say you build it and they'll come. You guys proved it. That's our website, CFRN.net. You're welcome to come, take the free trial, no credit card. There'll be no hard sell. You can just hang out, watch us trade, ask questions. We love questions. We're not that trading room with the grumpy moderator, who bites your head off if you question his wisdom. You can call us on the carpet anytime. You can hold our feet to the fire anytime, because that makes us better traders. And we're the first to admit we're probably not the best traders out there, but we do strive to be the most transparent. You may not always like what we tell you, but we'll always tell you the truth, whatever that is, to the best of our ability. At least it's our understanding of the truth. But again, we've been around for 7 years, broadcasting a lot. We broadcast 24/7. After the live trading room, each day we take a 30-minute break from 11:30 Eastern until noon, and then we come back at 12 noon and we do our daily radio broadcast, which is from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern. Myself, Michael, Bert, my friend David, my friend Mike, got a co-host, 2 co-hosts in Vegas, one in Boston, one in Chicago. We have a great time. We talk about the markets. We talk about specific trades. We talk about world events and politics and whatever's going on. So, and we're kind of geeks. We talk a lot about technology, the latest iPhone and this, that, and the other things. So with that, I'm going to bid you all adieu. I do hope you'll come and visit us, CFRN.net. And the radio show, when you go to the blog, or not to the blog, but when you go to the website, I'll just show you real quick. CFRN.net. I installed this AVG Secure Search. I'm not a fan. I'm going to I'm going to take it out. But go to CFRN.net. Okay, you access the blog over here. Over here, if you want to just listen to the radio right now, there's some great preaching and teaching going on. That's 24/7. And you can listen via your smartphone. You can use the TuneIn radio app. You can use Stitcher Radio. We even have our own iPhone app. But if you want to participate in the live radio broadcast tomorrow from 12 until 2, what you do is you click this button right here. Click here. And that takes you to the daily radio broadcast page. Those are my co-hosts. That's me up at the top. Click here. It's going to take you to a little registration page. You'll fill that out. Now, you can listen to the radio without going through the registration. The purpose of the registration is so that you come into a room just like this where you can see the charts, because we'll talk about natural gas, soybeans, the Russell, all of them. We'll talk about all the markets every day, and you'll be able to participate in the discussion. Hey, I'm looking at this market, or will you take a look at this market? Or I've got a stock that I'm thinking about buying or selling, or I'm stuck in, whatever the case might be. And just as we tried to help Jason and I with the trade that he's in and just give our thoughts, we're happy to do that. And we have a lot of fun. It's, I think they call it infotainment. It's informative, and we try to make it entertaining. So I hope you guys will come and hang out with us. I've enjoyed this, and because you all made it such a pleasurable experience, I'm going to do it again. All right? Maybe next time I'll throw out a little more advance notice. So with that said, I'm going to bid you all adieu. I'm going to close the room down right now, and I do hope you'll come and hang out with us again. All right? Take care, guys. Have a great evening.